So let's have a look at the GDX and the GDXJ. Let's actually get ready for the week. I'm very excited about this week moving forward. And what's going on right now? I'm so excited. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty guys, let's get straight into the charts and let's actually see what's going on right now when it comes to the gold mining stocks, the GDXJ, the GDX, and what's going on right now. And could this be the turning? Could this be the time where we start to see a turning point in the markets? I believe long term we've already started that turning point, but now we're getting a very nice pullback in the markets. We have done now for many months. But what's going on right now? Let's have a look at the GDXJ. The first thing that I can see on the GDXJ is looking at this overall sort of longer term chart. You can see here over the last sort of couple of years that it really just did nothing. And if I bring up my trend lines, let me actually erase everything off the screen. If I look at this weekly chart here first, actually, you know what? Let's bring up the daily charts. Let's go to the weekly chart. I just changed my mind. Right. So if I'm looking at the sort of the last sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 or 5 years, somewhere around about there, I can see that we are indeed at these. There is a significant level of support around where we are there, maybe even a bit higher. So where we are at this level through here, if I bring it up just a bit more, that whole level, that whole area through there is definitely a major support level where we are on the GDXJ. And I also can see that if I bring up some good old funky dunky trend lines, that this whole, I'm not sure if that would be one. Let me actually bring up the daily chart here for you. I'm just trying to make sure that, yeah, there could be something through there. I just don't want to make it up. You don't be making trend lines up. Anyway, you know what? Let's just remove that off the screen there because it's not the exact. So let's go to the weekly chart. Let's bring this back up again, and so we can see what's going on right now, right? So all of this is done really, and if you're just looking at from this point of view on the GDXJ, what has this all done? It's just had a very nice move up, and now we're getting a pullback to where? Major support levels, and you've got this really sort of support levels down the bottom through here as well too. Makes sense. So somewhere probably around through there as well too. So this whole level, this whole from, if I bring up my daily charts again, this whole level through here to here, guys, is major support level. So through this whole time, guys, I'm very confident myself that we're going to see a turning point. Now we don't know when that's going to be. It could be this week, it could be next week, we never know. But when it's the problem is that if you're investing in the markets, if you're trying to predict that level, the market will take off before you even get a chance to buy it, and before you know it, it's at 70, and you're still waiting for that confirmation, and you know that's the problem with trying to time the market when you're investing. So we're right at this level of support. We've got the 52 trending up, so that's what's going on right now. So it'll be really interesting to see whether we do hold these levels on the GDXJ, as you can see. And whether we do start to see a very nice move to the upside. On the daily charts, you can see that that's that level of support that we're talking about before. And we are still indeed definitely in this just what we call a time phase, right? Which is volatility, it's sideways. Time phase simply means when the market's going sideways, not really much going on. And if I bring up my good old funky dunky trend lines, you can see we're still stuck in this overall sort of channel here. When it comes to the GDXJ. So guys, I would expect to see some sort of turning point coming real soon because it is very nice, and it's a very nice weak pullback as well too. Big strong move up, very weak pullback. So I'm expecting some over the next, probably from now through the end of the year, guys, I'm expecting some very strong moves coming out of all the miners and the metals. Moving over through to the GDX, we can see a sort of the same thing as well too, is that if I take everything off the screen, let me just start all over again, we can see that we have that very nice, very nice. Let's actually see if there is something going on through there. Let me actually do that. I'm just making sure that I'm not, and there we go. That'll be it through there, right? So that'll be the channel that I'd use, somewhere around about through there. Look at that. Look at that, support, resistance, support, almost, and then we're at that level through there. Does that mean anything? Probably not. We're going to break through tomorrow. You just never know, right? Just because it's right at support level, guys, don't be like, oh my goodness, that's support, it's going to hold, it's going to rally. No, that could break all the time. Right? It's just giving us a gauge of where things are at. Now, yes, this is a much better buying time than up here, right? So you can see we're at the bottom of the channel, which is really interesting. Now, if I'm looking at the channel here, and then I start to bring up some indicators as well too, guys. And again, I don't use the indicators to trade with, guys, so don't be messaged. The indicators here are just giving me a gauge of where the strength is in these markets. It really gives me a gauge there. I don't use them to trade. I just use them to see where it gives me it's giving me where overbought and oversold levels. Where if I'm investing, I love seeing big pullbacks and then using these indicators as a sort of a point there. And you can see where we are right now on my stochastics. This top level here is the stochastics. And you can see that we have an well oversold level there. But just because it's oversold, guys, doesn't mean that we are going to start a big bull move, right? The first level of analysis is looking at what we're looking at here, which is the channels, which is looking at the weekly charts and so on and so forth. So we can see that by looking at the RSI, we can see that this is what's happening here right now, where we're not right at the bottom level there. Like look at this back here, this big flush crash. Look where we got here, right at that 30 level. So that was really interesting. And you can see and even back here as well too. The RSI didn't get down there, but the stochastic did. And you can see we only got a little bit of a pop to the upside. So we are in this, getting close to this overbought level through here. So it wouldn't surprise me to see a little bit more, a bit of an upward movement coming out of this level. So looking at, let's actually go back to this chart here. Looking at that level there, if I bring up my good old Fibonacci levels as well too, because this is a major move up. So we go from the low, we go through all the way through to the high, and then the market's actually pulling back, and now we're actually at this level through here. So this whole level on the GDX, this actually could be a bit of support level where we are right now. If I bring up my weekly charts, you can see that the GDX could fall all the way down to around the 30 level. Now, if that happens, that'd be very, very, very significant. And there's going to be a lot of support around that 30 level, which is a major support level in the markets, but also a 50% level. So there possibly could be a good chance that we actually do drop down through there, and then we start to see a bit of a bottoming pattern, and then we start to move up. So that's what I'm seeing through there, guys, when it comes to the GDX and the GDXJ. Right now, guys, we are definitely on a short-term downward movement through here. Long-term, short-term right now is what's happening here, which simply means over the next maybe this week and moving forward over the next few weeks, we could possibly see this still be in this downward movement. But I wouldn't be too quite surprised to start to see this thing start to slowly turn around over the next few weeks into the end of the year, and because we're in this very big bull market. And this is the differences between the weekly charts and the daily charts, right? The weekly charts look like this: big move up, and then we get a big pullback overall weekly charts. So over the next maybe 2, 3, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, whatever, we could possibly start to see something like that. On the daily charts, we're getting this, aren't we? A bit of a downward trend, and then we start to see something like this, and it starts to change, which that happens through there. So this is the small picture, which is the daily charts. This is the big picture, which is the weekly charts. Keep an eye on that, guys. And that's what I'm seeing through here. Very, very, very interesting times, what's going on. I'm very, very, very excited for what's happening. Hey traders, John Howell here. Thanks for watching my video. For a limited time only, I am giving away free access to my brand new trading course. I've put all my most powerful systems, strategies, and trading techniques that I've learned over the last 15 years and put it in this course, and I'm giving it away for free for a limited time. See, in this brand new Guide to the Markets by the Board trading course, and you can get it when you go to johnsfreegift.com, you're going to learn, firstly, you're going to get access to a brand new training course for 90 minutes, and you're going to learn all the details step by step to my #1 trading system with over a 90% success rate that works on any market and any time frame. You're also going to learn 3 powerful chart reading and trading techniques. You're also going to learn 2 more powerful trading systems, and also you're going to learn 7-figure trading secrets, mindset techniques, and so much more. There's top 13 mistakes you're going to learn, the 10K per month formula, and so much more. No, this is not a get rich quick scheme, but if you are struggling with your trading right now and you need help, then for a limited time, you can get free access to this. So go to johnsfreegift.com right now, or click on the very first thing in the description, because for a limited time, I'm giving away. So go to johnsfreegift.com right now and start getting access to this full complete trading course, plus also the free training with my #1 trading system with over 90% success rate. Go do that right now, and I'll see you on the next page.